Welcome December. It started to snow last night and it snowed all day. Everything is covered in snow. It looks very Christmassy and looks very pretty. The trees are gorgeous, all covered in snow. My car, not so pretty this morning when it was covered in snow. But the trees do look pretty, don't they? Always looks gorgeous after it snowed. And we'll see, it's still lightly snowing now. See how much more we get. Those trees just look so pretty. Hi everybody, I'm Louise from Wildflower Wool and welcome to day one of Vlogmas. I am so excited to do these extra videos. If you've been following my channel for all of this year, you'll know that I've been doing weekly videos. And for the end of the year, I decided I'm going to go for it and I'm going to try to do a short little video and chat with you every single day. My plan is we're going to talk about knitting. And we're going to talk about Christmas and just kind of combine the two. They're two of my favorite things to talk about. I'm hoping just to do short videos. We'll see. We'll see how much I have to talk about, I guess. But let's jump right in and get started with day one. Like I said, I'm so happy to be, showing up in your living rooms or wherever you're watching for extra time to visit. So I hope you've got your knitting. I hope you're relaxed and maybe you're working on some gift knitting or maybe you're working on something special for yourself. Either way, I hope you're enjoying taking a little bit of time for yourself. So as you can see in the introduction clip that I put in the front here, it decided to snow. December decided to come in with a flurry of snow. It snowed all night long. It snowed all day long, and when I came home from work it was still snowing lightly, but it was still snowing. So we'll see how much snow accumulates overnight. The trees look beautiful though, don't they? Oh my gosh, it just looks like something out of a Hallmark Christmas movie. And if you know me at all, you know I have got to be the Hallmark Christmas movie #1 fan. I know some people give me a lot of grief. They kid me a lot about watching those movies, and I know, they're sappy. Every single one is basically the same with different characters, and you substitute snowmen for gingerbread men or whatever, but I love them. Love them. Anyways, this is probably my favorite time of year. I love Christmas. I've been listening to Christmas music since, well, the last couple of weeks, whenever it came on the radio. And have my car tuned to our local radio station that is all Christmas music, and I love it. And I have been watching Hallmark movies since November 1st. I have. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I picked up my candy cane scarf. If you've been watching my Monday videos, you'll know I've been working on this candy cane scarf. And I'll be honest with you, this is like take 3 of doing this. And the first couple of takes I tried to knit my garter slip, that's the front side, my garter slip stitch dishcloth, and I messed it up. And I thought, okay, enough of that. I'm going to go to something that's garter stitch. I couldn't seem to talk and work a slip stitch row. I did the first slip stitch row fine, and then the second slip stitch row I messed it up. So anyways, I just set it aside. I'll unpick that row later on, and I'm just going to work on my candy cane scarf because, well, it kind of fits my theme, doesn't it? It's red. Well, I guess that's red and white too. I have a lot of red and white going on right now because, of course, it's Christmas. Let's talk about Christmas. Has everybody started decorating? I've started, but I thought I would show you my collection of poinsettias. This is the very first thing that I like to do to really start decorating for Christmas, for the holidays. I love poinsettias. I like flowers and gardening in general, but I love poinsettias this time of the year. So I have a local nursery. Oh, I can put a little clip in here. I took just a little clip of some of the poinsettias. And I think their greenhouse had been fuller. Where are they? Which way do I? No, oh my gosh. This one. That's the multicolored one, and there's that little white one up here. I bought those, I don't know, quite a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, I don't know. It is probably at least 3 weeks ago, I guess, which seemed a little bit early, but I just couldn't help myself. I had saw their Instagram post saying that they were in the greenhouse, and I had to have them. So I bought those 2 little ones. One actually does sit in here, and the red multicolored one actually sits in my bedroom. But I just brought it in here for extra decoration. Make it a little extra special. So I went back to the greenhouse. It's Heman's. For anybody who's local to London, I love that greenhouse. It is fantastic. It's great for bedding plants in the spring, holiday decorations, houseplants. Oh my gosh, they have a ton of houseplants. If you are a houseplant lover, you need to go check them out. And I say they're a local nursery, but they're not quite as local to me now that I'm living in London, but they were local to where I grew up. And it's not that far of a drive from here to head out there. It's a nice little drive. And then I'm not far from my brother's house and my parents' house. So I can normally in other times I would combine a visit with them when I head out there. But I love it. It's one of my happy places for sure. So I love filling my house with poinsettias, and Daisy does not bother them. I have a cat named Daisy. Some of you have probably seen her. She always likes to make an appearance in these videos. And in an earlier take of this, I had the door shut and she desperately wanted in. So I stopped the video. I let her in. Now she's sitting at the door desperately wanting out. Anyways, she'll just have to wait for a few minutes. She does not, what I was getting about the cat is that she does not eat plants. Thank goodness. I know I've had this conversation with other people in the past about poinsettias being poisonous, and I'm not sure how poisonous they are, and I really don't want to find out. But I was always under the assumption that poinsettias, if a pet did chew on the leaf, that they might get sick, but I don't think, I don't know. I guess I'm hoping they're not going to get sick enough, to need medical attention or anything. But anyways, Daisy is getting into her golden years, and she does not bother my plants at all. So that's nice. And maybe, I don't know. She just doesn't. So that's all I'm going to worry. I'm not going to worry about it too much because she never worries about them. She never bothers them at all. So poinsettias, that's the first thing that I like to decorate the house with. I just think they're bright, they're cheery, very Christmassy. I would love to see them growing wild, like in the roadside or the ditch. I'm not sure if it's in Florida where they grow natively, but that would be kind of fun to see how big they get. I have never tried to, overwinter them. I've always kept them until in January, maybe even February, until they start to, not look their best. And then I usually toss them because it is a bit of a process to get them to rebloom again. You have to give them a period of total darkness. And in the past, I have Okay, hold on. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. I've thought about trying to do that to get them to rebloom. I know my mom has tried it, and I'm pretty sure she's had them rebloom, but not to the extent where they're fully covered. They're just kind of little piddly red leaves on top that turn red. But you never know. I may decide to do it. And you know what? I've got to grab this one. That's, oh my gosh, you guys, I wish you could see Daisy. She is lying on the floor, desperately trying to squeeze herself through the crack under the door. I don't very often close the doors. I live by myself, so but I did tonight, and I don't think she knows what to make of it. Anyways, okay, I know we're talking more about gardening, and maybe that's what this will be. I think we'll kind of have a theme, kind of a Christmas theme for every video, possibly. We'll see. And tonight's is obviously poinsettias. I want you to take a look at this one. When I saw this, I just had to have this. I have never seen a poinsettia that has round leaves. Look at that. They're always pointed, and this one is round. I fell in love with it. Look at that. Isn't that unusual? So I thought this one, I could be talked into trying to keep it over, plant it outside in the summer, and then bring it in and give it its period of darkness and see if I can encourage it to rebloom. And, you know, and if I can't, it's not a big deal, because one of my favorite Christmas things, like I said, is to go to the greenhouse and buy new poinsettias. So if it doesn't make it, I'm not out anything, because I'm kind of already thinking it won't anyways. But that is that. So I'm going to, over on Instagram, I am going to put up in my stories a little poll about whether people, you know, which camp are you in? Do you love poinsettias or do you not get them? I would really like to know how many people are like me and, you know, just have to have them. And it just makes, I just feel like it makes every room look extra Christmassy. I love them. I love them. And I like white. I never get pink ones though. Well, I might have long time ago, but I don't get the pink ones. And this year they actually had like bright yellow ones. Hopefully there was a clip. I think I got them in the clip, but as much as you guys know, I love yellow. I didn't want a yellow poinsettia. Like I said, I'm traditional. Well, I don't know if I said it in this version, but I have done this a couple of times, so I'm not sure exactly what I've said, but I like traditional. I like red, white, and green, some gold, some silver. And yeah, that's what I like. So that's it for my poinsettias. Maybe they'll make another appearance. Oh, and I'm going to try to decorate a poinsettia tree. So that will be in the next couple of videos. I'll give you guys a little look at my decorating skills. So do you want to see some more yarn? I thought for Vlogmas, you know, to commemorate day 1 of Vlogmas, I would probably need to do a new start. And I know if you watch my Monday videos, you're like, gonna be going, Louise, you just started 2 new things yesterday. But this is special. So I have special yarn for a special day. I love this. I did a little shopping, did a little online shopping at my friend Heather's shop, Timber Yarns. Look at those colors, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? There is like some lime green in there, the shades of red, and this is Holly Berry. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. So tonight, after we're done here, so probably as you guys are watching this, I'm going to have a Christmas movie on and I'm going to be winding yarn. Well, maybe I might get a little delayed because after I'm done this, I'm going to do a Zoom call with my knitting guild. So this is the one night I think all of us are going to agree that this is the one time that we'll be happy that we've already had Zoom up and running, because it's such a snowy night. People probably would not be wanting to leave their house to run out and go to knit night. So this is the one time Zoom is going to, we're really going to appreciate Zoom. But look, okay, I got to show you these again. Aren't they gorgeous? So she's already divided the ball into two. So one sock and number 2 sock. And as long as you make sure you start from the same end, you will get perfectly matching striped socks. If you are a lover of self-striping sock yarn, you have got to go check out Timber Yarns. Can you see? timberyarns.com. She has fantastic colorways. They're all self-striping. So I know it's hard to see, like when you look at yarn, you never really know if it's going to self-stripe or if it's just going to be variegated. All of hers are self-striping. She's got samples of them knit up. She has little minis if you want to do contrasting heels and toes. Fantastic. Highly, highly recommend her yarn. It's gorgeous. So this is going to be my start. You guys know me, right? I don't need much of an encouragement or an excuse to have a new start. Every day is like a new start knitting day for me. And I'm excited to start that yarn. And that's going to be those are going to be for me. They're not a gift. And I know, and I'm a little concerned about that because I have some gift knitting that I should do, but I have the whole month. So I thought if I cast on and just work a little bit here or there in amongst the gift knitting, I want to have those done so I can wear them Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Have those be my Christmas socks for this year. So that is my plan. And I guess every day I can give you a little update. I can show you a row or two progress every day, or maybe I won't. Maybe I won't do it every day. But if I don't cast on, then I definitely won't have them for Christmas Eve, will I? So I'm going to give it a go and work on my gift knitting in between. Look at that. I think that is it. I've kept it short and sweet. So leave me a comment down below. What are you working on and how are your Christmas decorations coming along? And let me know what your thoughts are on poinsettias, everybody. I will be back tomorrow with some more Christmas knitting, an update maybe on my socks. Okay, I'm going to try to, I'm going to show you my socks tomorrow. So this way, hopefully if I tell you I'm going to have my socks done, I will get them wound and I will get them cast on tonight. I'm not going to guarantee how much I'm going to have knit on them, but I'm going to get them started, have them on the needles. And I did find needles. I'll quickly show you the needles. I had found them when I was up here doing my yarn sorting. I found these, I had about this much done on a pair of socks. I don't know really what I was knitting, what the pattern was, whatever. So I just scooped the needles. Now there's only 4 because I have a feeling this is the set. These are carbons. And I was using these one year at the cottage. Here's my tip of the day. Don't use double pointed needles when you're sitting on a deck because you guys are going to know what I'm going to say next, right? Yeah, I had just bought this brand new set of needles and they were, not super, super inexpensive. They were pricey because they are nice needles. And up at the cottage, and just as I went to pick up a needle, it dropped and it rolled and I held my breath. I'm like, no, don't fall through the crack. And it did. It rolled and right down through the crack. And there was no way I was crawling under there because it's up north. There's spiders. There could be snakes. I'm like, no, I didn't need my needle back enough to try to retrieve it. So that's the beauty though. If you have 5 DPNs and you lose one, you can just scoot your stitches around on the needles, and you can carry on with and work with 4 needles. So that's what I'm going to work on with, because that's what I've got. So thank you everybody for joining me for day 1 on this month-long fun trip. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great knitting night, everybody. Thank you.